Hey, this is Eric, and this video is one in a series of videos on Google Classroom. This video covers how to create a self-grading quiz in Google Classroom. With Google Classroom, you can easily create online quizzes for your students that can automatically be graded for you. To start, go to the Classwork tab in your Google Classroom and then click the Create button and choose Quiz Assignment. This will bring up a screen that looks very much like the normal screen for creating an assignment. For example, just like a normal assignment, you can add a title and instructions if you want. What is different though from a normal assignment is the blank quiz that automatically gets created and attached to the assignment. This is a Google form that you will use to build your quiz. Let's go ahead and click on that form to open it up and make the quiz. We will now take a look at the basics of creating your quiz. If you would like a much more detailed training on creating a quiz with Google Forms, please see my hour-long training video, which is included in my blog post at www.controlaltachieve.com/classroomquiz. First, you may want to rename the quiz to something other than blank quiz. You can do this in two places. Next, we will want to add a few questions. For the first example, we'll do a multiple choice question. We will fill in our question, and we'll make sure our question type is multiple choice. Next, we will fill in the answer choices. Optionally, if you want to add pictures to the question or to any of the answers, you can click on the Add Image icon next to any of these items. For this example, we'll add images to the answer options. Here we can either upload or simply search for an image. When we select the image, we can click Insert, and the image will be added to our quiz. After adding our images, we will scroll down, and at the bottom of the question, we will now see the answer key link. We can click on that to set the point value for the question and to select the correct answer. We can then click Done when finished with the answer key to go back to editing the quiz. Finally, for this question, you'll want to scroll back down to the bottom of the question and click on the Required button to make this a required question so the students can't skip over it. You can now add more questions by clicking on the plus button in the floating toolbar. For example, we'll add a short answer question. First, we'll type in the question. Then we'll pick short answer for the answer type. Then we will click on the answer key link as usual to enter the point value and the correct answer. If there is more than one correct answer, you can enter the different acceptable answers or variations to the answer. As usual, click Done when finished to exit the answer key and return to editing your quiz. And that's the idea. You can now click the plus button to keep adding as many new questions as you need. When you're all done building your quiz, we can go back over to the assignment creation page in Google Classroom. Before assigning the quiz, we want to make sure that we turn on the option for grade importing. This will change a few settings so that the form will automatically collect the students' email addresses so that you know which students go with which submissions, as well as only letting the students take the quiz once and making sure that the students are using their school accounts. On the right-hand side, you can complete the assignment as normal, including which classes and which students to send the quiz out to, as well as the points for the quiz, the due date, and which topic you wish to organize it under. If you want to assign the quiz right away, you can just click on the Assign button in the top right-hand corner. However, if you do not want the students to be able to take the quiz until a certain date and time, click on the down arrow to the right of the Assign button and choose Schedule. You can now set a date and time for when the quiz will show up in Google Classroom for your students. In this example, though, we'll just go ahead and assign it now. So let's see what this looks like for the students. When the students go to the classwork page in Classroom, they will see the quiz assignment. They can then click on the assignment and then click on the quiz to open it. They will now complete the quiz. And then click on the Submit button when done. The quiz will automatically be graded, and the student can click on the View Score button to see how they did. So now let's go back to the teacher view. As the students complete the quiz, you can see how they've done as well. Simply click on the quiz assignment, then click View Assignment. You can now click on the Google form to reopen it. This is the live view of the quiz, so you'll want to click on the pencil button in the bottom right-hand corner to switch back to edit mode. You can now click on the Responses tab at the top to see how your students did on the quiz, question by question. You can also click on the Individual tab if you want to see how a specific student answered each question. Now that the quiz has been auto-graded, you can import these grades into Google Classroom easily. Back on the assignment page for the quiz, simply click the Import Grades button, and then click Import. The scores will now be imported into Google Classroom, and you can return these scores to the students as normal by clicking the Return button. The students already have their grades in the form, but now they'll show up in Google Classroom as well. Again, those are the basics for creating a quiz in Classroom. If you'd like more details, you can view my 1-hour-long training video on creating quizzes with Google Forms, which I've included in the blog post at www.controlaltachieve.com/classroomquiz. So those are the basics for creating a self-grading quiz in Google Classroom. Check out the other videos in this series for more training on how to use Google Classroom. The full list can be found at www.controlaltachieve.com/classroomvideos.